Hello and welcome back. It's Jenny from Perfumes Philosophy channel. We're back again. Today we would love to introduce topic 1 of Who Decided. The baby calms down when he smells his mother's scent. So, can he choose whether the mother works in a field collecting jasmine and rose? Or works in a waste recycling center or tends sheep or grape presses? Or is she even a perfumer at the most prestigious company that makes essential oils? Baby knows the mother's smell, and as soon as it leaks into his nose it calms him down so that the brain sends signals of comfort, calm and fearlessness to the body's organs. Will the person who works in cleaning sewage and purifying wastewater will resist this smell, or will his mind adapt to it and make him feel used to the smell but not to love it? Who decided that the scent of orchids, lilac and jasmine is beautiful, refreshing and lovable? Who decided that the scent of rotten fish smells bad? What is the standard for our nose and brain to pick up different smells and decide what is good and what is bad? In research for the journal Science, researcher D. Stewart, professor of biology, Dr. Stewart noted that our senses can perceive many different smells that bring flashbacks or warn us about spoiling certain foods, but how does that happen? How does the brain differentiate between the smell and that? Here the answer shows the extent of the power of God, the great creator. Mammalian noses are the most powerful and superior chemical sensors on the planet because they can detect and distinguish large groups of organic molecules. When we smell a scent, the olfactory sensory neurons in the nose send a pattern of signals to the brain, and the response of individual neurons in the nasal cavity increases or decreases in the presence of other smells. This changes how you perceive a scent between a mixture of scents. We can distinguish the presence of pepper among the mixture of spices or the smell of orange in a fruit juice cocktail. All this takes place in the peripheral sense organs in the nasal cavity, not in the brain. In order for the nose to do this job, a large family of receivers called G must be used. GPCRS and binds to G proteins. The question here is how neurons within the olfactory epithelium interact. It is an area within the nasal cavity, and the way these cells break down odors into their various components. Our awareness is related to the way neurons interpret an odor from another odor. Neurons differ from person to person, and this explains the ability of some people to interpret odors among a variety of odors. There are perfumers who specialize in smelling the scent, identifying its ingredients and what's missing from making it. These people are called scented noses. Companies pay them millions of dollars to do their nose analyzing and scent recognition skills. The machines here often aren't enough to control the scent, but perfumers have to be used to get the job done. But are these studies and scientific evidence sufficient to conclude that the neurons are the ones that control the process of receiving and distinguishing the smell, or are there other things that have to do with the person himself and the extent of his purity and the extent of his benevolence? Can a good smell come to us from someone who is evil? Maybe he uses a nice formula, but I don't think it will attract us. Vice versa, a kind person has the natural ability to send out signs of kindness and beauty so that we can always smell good from him, even when he's not using an attractive perfume. The subject, as previously mentioned, depends on the sender and the receiver, because perfume here is a stray spirit. The good guys always send kindness, but the bad guys can't, and their wickedness exposes them, even when they wear the most beautiful perfume. I think that, in addition to the different skin types and the scent code from one person to another, the good and the bad are limited to the alternation of scent from one person to another. Thank you for your precious time. See you soon for the next topic.